Well, Port District march into this clash with a bunch of confidence, sitting top of the ladder. At Country Home's Living Reserve, they've been formidable all season, where they remain unbeaten at home in 2025. Their attacking firepower has been on full display, averaging over 13 goals a game, and they'll be looking to maintain that dominance against a struggling opponent. Prince Alfred Old Collegian's year has been far from smooth sailing. Sitting 8th on the ladder, they've managed just 3 wins all season and have struggled to find consistency at either end of the ground. Narrow defeats, including 2 by a single point and 1 last week, show that they can compete, but heavy losses have dented their confidence. Their last meeting with Port District came back in round 7, where they went down by 21 points at home despite a brave effort. The challenge only grows this week, facing the league leaders on their home turf, where Port District have been ruthless. Prince Alfred will need to produce their best fourth-quarter performance of the season to be any chance to win this match, while Port District will be out to further stamp their authority on the competition and edge closer to securing the minor premiership. It's first versus 8th, a powerhouse on a mission against a side fighting to avoid relegation. Can Prince Alfred shock the comp, or will Port District flex their muscles yet again in front of their home fans? My name is Peter Georginas. Alongside me today is Nathan Woods.
Peter, thank you. Great intro, mate. Really looking forward to this one down here at Country Living Homes Reserve. It's a huge day for the footy club. Port Districts, they've got a quadruple premiership reunion. In 1995, 30 years ago, they won the A1 reserves, A6 reserves and under-17s, including 3 association medalists, one of their players kicking 100 goals, and had a huge year that year. So we've had some interviews down here. It's been a great start to the day. A bit breezy out here, probably about 17 degrees. Prince Alfred won the toss. They're going to kick with the breeze in this first quarter to the right of screen. And, it's going to be a really interesting game here. As you've said, Peter, Prince Alfred, they're looking to avoid relegations. A narrow loss to Sacred Heart last week. And Port Districts, for them, they just want to have a big win for their faithful here today and keep on top of the ladder. Percentage is important as well, with Golden Grove and St Peter's bearing down them in 2nd and 3rd position. So we saw the reserves as well. Port District's had another convincing win there. They're sitting well in 3rd position, and just about all set here today. We'll see Port District's in their heritage Guernsey as well, so we'll tell you a little bit about that during the game. But they've got the hoops on today, and they'll obviously kicking to the left of screen. So just about set here. A big crowd out at Port Districts. And let's see what the travelling PAC can do. Got Will Schmidt starting in the middle. We've seen him play a fair bit in defence. Hayden Jolly, he's in the middle. And the 2 ruckmen about to go at it. Big Scooter Lysett. Up he goes. Good jump by PAC there. Ball spills out now. PAC get the first kick forward, but in front, taking good mark, is Cooper Gaffney. His short little kick, it's a good one to Joey Haynes. And here they go. Through the middle. Nice kick by Haynes. He finds Miller Carter. Oh, his kick's just over the head of his player, but Carpenter's there. He tries to pick it up. And Niska Horse has handled it straight to PAC there. Might have got a call from the PAC player. Joey Haynes now. Quick little handball out the back. Cooper Gaffney. Carter, just wobbly kick to his brother Thomas. Now back to Cooper Gaffney. He's getting plenty of it early. So is Joey Haynes. Haynes now. A big kick of his out wide. He's got Sammy Gray. He just swings in all too easy around his opponent. He's got a loose player out wide. It looked like Louis Sharrett. He goes into the middle, and chipping in there was PAC.
PAC move the ball. Now mark taken by Will Schmidt. Ned McHenry, the Prince Alfred coach, told me to look out for him today because he might get a few touches as Nash Haynes for Port District touches that over the line. Early start. Prince Alfred just getting it forward before Port District bring it down the other end and a bit of back and forth. So we're back in the middle now, having a boundary throw in, just about in the centre of the ground. Lysett gets front position, taps it to himself almost. Went to his captain, Louis Sharrard, and then gets a tackle. Is that over the boundary line? It is. So it'll be a boundary throw-in, similar to where we had the last one. Wind's picked up a little bit, hasn't it, Nathan?
Yeah, it sure has. A bit breezy up here, bit of sea breeze, I reckon, down here at Semaphore, Largs Way.
Ball back in now with the throw-in. Lysett tried to palm it down to Sam Gray, couldn't quite link up with him. Now the handball comes from William Charlock. Now they can go inside 50. Prince Alfred, was that hanging on? Heard a few calls from the Prince Alfred boys saying that he was held. So ball up just inside the 50. And tap forward from Lucas Bernardi in the ruck. Spoil comes from Tom Sumner, the skipper. There'll be another stoppage as Sam Gray tackles his opponent to the ground. We'll have another stoppage. So, Nathan, do you think this is what Port District want, a lot of stoppage with their gun midfielders?
Yeah, I don't think yet. Obviously kicking against a strong breeze at the moment. They won't mind a lot of these stoppages early. So it's going to be a hot game early in the piece with PAC really needing a win here. So it's a ball up. Throw up now on the wing. Bernardi comes across the top. Little handball out wide now. Here you go PAC, a chance. It's Charlick. Goes up forward. Who's he got there? Shorts there. In competition there with Modestack. Modestack does well. Joey Haynes now. Kicks out wide. Finds Carter. That's Miller. Over to Davison. Back to Joey Haynes. He's had 4 or 5 early touches. Been very busy. Kicks forward. PAC player couldn't quite take the mark. Ferns grabs it. Got Thomas Carter over the back. There's a player loose if he can get it over. It looks like Mackay, but it's well smothered by Pitt. And now he gets it back. And he's looking for some. He hasn't got a lot through the middle. He just bombs it down there. Miller Carter in good position, and he goes back and takes a good defensive mark. Kelly caught out of position. So Carter now, short little one to Gould. The oval a little bit patchy here. A bit sandy around that area. Back to Joey Haynes. So Port District's just holding possession here. Miller Carter. Out wide, nice kick. Modestack. Gives it to the running Rose, but he had to stop. And now Rose has kicked it straight to PAC. So a bit scrappy early on here. Strong breeze. And it looks like Schmidt now kicked them back in to attack. Caught behind, short. Now picked up there by Bull. Handball over the top, Shorts there, gives a good little tap, but just couldn't quite pick it up there, was Bald. And ball goes back, over Kelly's head. Port District's good little chain of handballs now. Gaffney, that was Jack. Now Sammy Gray out wide, Carpenter's got a bit of space, he's wheeled onto that left foot. Turns around, spearing kick, well intercepted now by PAC. Well done by Schmidt. Handballs over the top, and Reds are flicking it around and they'll relieve through the middle.
Yeah, they go big bump from Scotty Lyson. It's going to be downfield free kick. And I think it came after he kicked it. So right into the sand there. Now the free kick will be given to Thomas Seals, who's just going to line up from about 45. A bit of an angle. If he can use the wind here, it'd be really good if he could get it through for the first score of the game. Preferably a goal for the Reds. Thomas Seals lining up. Let's see what he makes of it here. Going with the wind for the first goal of the match. Very close to the man on the mark. He hasn't quite gone for goal. Looks to be a setup. The ball's in the goal square. Port District could rush it through. Is that going to be called deliberate? The umpire says no. He's under enough pressure. So rush behind for Port District. So first rush behind by Port District. So first score of the game going to Prince Alfred. Just by a point at the moment. Good kick out to Sam Gray on the wing. Sam Gray's got options down the line. A lot of players scrimming for the football. Just goes one over the top. Good vision to find his teammate in Matthew Rose. Rose kicks it down the line. It was a 3v1 in Prince Alfred's favour, and they will try and make the most of it, but Port District did well to hold things up. So it'll be another ball up on that outer side. Lysett just steals it out the right handballs to a teammate in Matthew Rose, who kicks it towards the middle of the ground. Prince Alfred are well set with the numbers. He's spun 720. He doesn't dispose of it correctly, and that is holding the ball. So free kick going the way of Port District. I think he might be a bit too far up to score against the wind here, though.
Kenneth Carpenter, good tackle on Craig Pitt. Ball just spilled out, but yeah, you might be right, Pete. This swirly breeze. He'll take his best effort from here.
We'll see if Kenneth Carpenter can do it from distance. It looks to be about around the 50-metre mark, maybe just a little bit in. Kenneth Carpenter with a big kick. Is it going through? Has he proved us wrong? He isn't quite... He got it accurately. It looked like he just made the journey there, but it's faded to the left. So Port District's first score of the afternoon is behind as well. So 1-1 on Country Living Homes Reserve.
So now, Craig Pitt to bring it back in. It's going to go long. Kelly Spalls over the back. And wrapped up in a tackle. So, tight start to this game. You know, there's a lot riding on it, especially for PAC. Tap down now. Sammy Gray's there. And he'll take it over the line in front of Schmidt. A bit of an arm wrestle here. Wind playing a little bit of havoc. Throw in. Lycett uses his strength. Gets it down there. That was Jack Ferns. And now he's got it. He's going to kick a beautiful kick to the leading Thomas Carter. And lovely kick just out in front and in the space there. Thomas Carter. He's going to line up a bit further in from where Kenneth Carpenter kicked it. He probably kicked from around 45. So can he kick the first major of the game? Thomas Carter, in he comes. It's pretty good connection. Looks pretty good from here. Umpire doesn't do too much work and it just curled back from right to left. Thomas Carter gets the first for Port District. So on the Kieran High Ketsu scoreboard, it's Port District's 1-1-7, leading the visitors PAC 1 point. And great kick there, Peter, by Jack Ferns into the space.
Yeah, it was indeed. And Port District moved the ball really well from full back to full forward. We saw they rushed that ball behind, went through Sam Gray in the wing, got a handball down the ground for Logan Rose and then kicked it inside 50. Eventually there was a little bit of mixed match between the two sides, but Port District got the shot on goal in the end and converted. So good ball movement from one end to the other for Port District. Back in the ruck again. Tap missed by both players from Bernardi and Lycett, but now Prince Alfred can kick it inside 50. There's a chance for a mark. The big flyers come at it. Positioned well at the back was Miller Carter. Got the hands away to Joseph Haynes and they can try and get out of there. The kick didn't quite hit his teammate on the chest, just fell short and hit the ground. Good interception though from Prince Alfred and they can keep coming back inside the 50 again here. Thought about the hand pass, didn't want to. Would he still use the same teammate? No, he's going to go a long ball inside the 50. It's a 2v1 in Port District's favour. It goes everyone's head, however, and now they've tapped it backwards. Do Port District have a problem? Potentially. It's at the top of the goal square. Good tackle laid. They tried to get the handball off to Winston McGowan.
A throw, I think.
Oh, did he? Okay, so It did look like a throw. Just thought the umpire would have called a ball up instead, but he didn't. So Port District can move it towards us here. Good ball movement, good running, in fact, from Benjamin Gould, but it's gone with Jack Gaffney. Got a handball in the middle to Cooper Gaffney, his brother, and Gaffney turns it over. So a lot of turnover, especially in the middle of the ground. Prince Alfred, the wind, you could see it, caught up that one. So a turnover going to Sam Gray.
So Sam Gray, busy early, out to Louis Sharrod, the skipper. His handball's astray, put Matty Rose under the pump, back to Sharrod, now to Joe Haynes. Short little kick and a nice little one-handed mark there. The umpire's called play on. I'm not sure whether he...
Yeah, it must have been touched.
Yeah, you think it'd be touched because it looked like it travelled more than the 15 metres. So Port District's just fiddling around with it a little bit there. Scotty Lycett taps down to Gray. We see that combination so often. Now Matty Rose. Long down the line, just over the back. PAC in good position, couldn't take the mark. Pitt's there, he does well. Gathers, now just bangs it in long. Can they take a mark up forward? Big pack flies. Crumbing there by Bould. Gets a little right foot onto it. Cooper Gaffney leads into the race, and that'll be last possession. And Cooper Gaffney to bring it back in.
So Port District, we saw how well they moved the ball from fullback last time. This time they go the other side again. There's a player down for Port District. I'm not sure if you can see who that is.
It looks like Miller Carter, number 9.
I think he's okay though.
Proppy. But PSC have had a few opportunities. I just think they're banging it in long a little bit. They're not sort of looking for a lead up forward at this stage.
The big thing is when Port District try and go through the middle or even in the out wide, they are always stopped and it's always a turnover for Prince Alfred, and that's how they keep getting it back inside the 50. But if they can limit their influence in the middle of the ground, I think Port District will be set to kick some more goals. They've got the first. It's been Prince Alfred though at the moment. Just repeat inside 50s one after another. Another one bounced in there, but taking care of it is Jack Gaffney. Handballed back to Sam Gray. Gray goes to his teammate Matthew Rose, and Rose can kick it down the line, and this is where they need to take the mark or get get it forward. Either one would work for Port District at the moment, but again it comes back to Prince Alfred. This is what we're talking about, but another turnover, and this time Mackay with the football. Kicked 5 2 weeks ago against Haynes. A little handball over the top by Benjamin Gould to a teammate in Haynes. Haynes gets it to Ferns, back to Haynes. Doesn't want to use his left, goes on the right and works eventually. And a good pass in there. After a stumble, Tom Gray fell over again, but he got up well. So Tom Gray now is going to kick it inside the 50 for Port District. Is there a mark to be taken? No, it's another turnover. So a lot of turnovers in this game, Nathan.
A lot of intercept marks. A lot of footy have been played in between the 50s, in between the arcs. So now, can PAC do something? No, they're going to kick it straight back to Port District. Sammy Mackay bangs it in long, off the side of the boot a little bit. Playing kick to kick here a little bit, but Thomas Carter falls into his hands, runs into the open goal. He's got 2. He's got the first 2, so got a nice little lucky bounce there. And Thomas Carter just strolled in. And after playing kick to kick, Port Districts get their second. So as we said, PAC have had some opportunities, but just haven't been able to put one through up forward, and their entries have haven't been giving their forwards a lot of chance, really.
It was a wonderful pickup from Tommy Carter because he dropped the mark, but then he kept the ball in front of him, didn't fumble the second time, and kicked the goal. So wonderfully done.
He's got real poise. Yeah, he's got the first 2, Thomas Carter.
So back underway in the middle.
Take a good mark as well, Carter. Plays tall, or he's quite tall, but he can take some grabs.
So
and also on the ground.
Licence out of the ruck for Port District is going to be Sammy Mackay now, tapped by Hugo Kelly, the vice-captain for Prince Alfred, but Sam Gray wants to do something else. He wants to get it for his team to go forward. And he goes to a teammate in Carpany. Carpany, wonderful vision, and finds Tom Gray, and Tom Gray is going to kick it inside the 50. Almost could. Sharrard, I think he's got the free kick. He does. So Louis Sharrard is going to have an opportunity to kick Port District's third and going against the wind here, Nathan. They're doing pretty well.
Yeah, sure are. To see some of their ball movement, it's just precise, isn't it? That kick, some of the left footers there in Cooper, Gaffney, Carpany, these guys, they've just got beautiful skills and laced out Tommy Gray. He's taken a couple of good marks on the lead early, and now it's the captain, Louis Sharrard.
Louis Sharrard come back from injury last week, missed 4 games of the season. The skipper to come for a goal. He hasn't quite. He's kicked it to the right, but Port District just need to lock it in here.
Yeah, it didn't look new straight away off the boot there. I think the ball dropped, just sliced it off. He'll be disappointed with that, Sharrard. So Pitt now goes out wide. And they go from one end to another. Good play through the middle now. They're a chance here. But leading in the race, Miller Carter. He's played a good game. Over to Passanidi. Passanidi out wide to Benny Gould. He marks on the wing. Another one of the left footers in this team. Bit stagnant up forward. So Gould. Big leap, but good mark in front by Pitt. A reliable Pitt goes into the middle. This is where it all seems to be breaking down for PAC. And looks like they're going to kick it straight to Sam Mackay again, but he couldn't take the mark. Well played by Jack Ferns. Handball over to Gould. Gould to Mackay. He's got Carpany up forward, and that's a nice kick out in front of Carpany. So off the lead by Tommy Gray again, but he goes forward to the big Scotty Lycett. Did well there, Bernardi on him. Handball over the top. PAC look to have the numbers. Bernardi gives a good little handball away. Now PAC, can they find a target through the middle? No, it's gone over the head. Miller Carter fumbles though. Goes back now and grabs it. Handball out the back. Joey Haynes. He's just going to steady it up and kick it out wide to Sharrard.
Yeah, Sharrard. That way, it's been a lot of fumbles so far in this match. We can't say it's wet. It's not a bad day. It's just a little bit of wind. Sharrard goes in the middle of the ground. This is risky if it doesn't work, but they've set up well. Cooper Gaffney got it after Samuel Mackay couldn't take the mark. Now it's in the pocket and couldn't make a deal of it. Tom Gray, so it'll be, I think, last touch possession on the way of the Reds. So Prince Alfred now with the football. I think it might be a 25-metre penalty. I'm not sure what it was for. Might have said something to the umpire. It might have been a marking infringement, whatever it is. It's 25 metres and Prince Alfred to progress with the football. Hugo Kelly goes in short and good vision to try and find Will Schmidt. Schmidt gets a hand pass off to a teammate. Now they kick to a 1v1. Massive ball to be won, and it's just punched over the boundary line by Sammy Mackay. And they'll applaud him for that effort as Prince Alfred try and progress the ball from one end to the other. It was in that pocket. Now it's approaching just the 50 of their Prince Alfred's attacking 50. Now ball in by the umpire. Good body work out of the ruck from Hugo Kelly, but Port District are well set in the back line. Good kick from Gould to Vision, find out wide to go to Matty Rose. Matty Rose just takes a moment before he finds his option, and he's kicked it into space. The ball's bounced, but Prince Alfred couldn't get a clean possession of it. I think that was Ethan Bold in there, not quite sure. The umpire's pinged him for holding the ball though, so free kick going the way of Port District. Lewis Sharrod now with the football. Missed that opportunity before. Port District still with the football. Gray spun 360, but got the handball away. Sammy that was. Got it to Miller Carter, who got a kick towards to Jordan Dorizi. Dorizi sends a high one inside 50. Who's there for Port District? The ball comes off hands of all players in that pack. Good body contact. They can try and come over with it again now. Little 1-2 almost works out for Port District. Little fumble over the boundary line and be a boundary throw-in.
So we played 18 minutes in this first quarter. And Port District's handy little 13-point buffer. PAC have had some chances though. Over the back, Lysett takes it out of the ruck. Ball's pinging around. Sammy Gray does well. Shanks the kick though. And straight to Prince Alfred. It'll be Craig Pitt again. He started well, repelling some of the attacks by Port Districts. So Pitt has got a loose player out wide on the wing, or on the defensive 50. Handball over the top now. Here you go PAC, but once again, straight into the hands of Joey Haynes. And Haynes, he chips it over to Rose. We see those two combine a lot. Rose, dangerous kick in the middle, but it's worked out all right. Miller Carter. Davison's running from defence. So they're just going laterally, waiting for something to open up. Gould now. He's got Gaffney over the top. Gaffney on the left, just going to spear it in, but reading it well was Kelly. Comes across and takes the mark. So deep in defence now. They just seem to be stuck in their defensive 50. Kelly, kick out wide.
Yeah, good call by the umpire.
Yep, he just had a bit of frontal contact there. Now Bromley's got it. Front of the scoreboard, out of side. Been a good player, Tommy Bromley for them this year. On the left. Long down the line, McKay's in good position. Crummers are there. DeGowan, he grabs it. In sync with Mitchell Gaffney. And the umpire says, I'll have it.
In the middle of the ground now, right where they do the ball ups. Just seems like a normal start of the game ball up there. High contact for a kick going the way of Prince Alfred, however. So it'll be theirs to kick inside 50 now. Can they take a mark finally? This time they're well set up, but this one almost got hands to it. He can't claim that mark because it came off the hands of Gattenby. Snap around the body, however, for the Reds, and it's second behind for them. So they trail by 12 against Port District. Port District 2 goals, 2-14 to Prince Alfred, 0 goals, 2-2. They lead by 2 goals at the moment. Prince Alfred have had their opportunities early but couldn't convert on the scoreboard, so they'll move it from full back here. Let's see what they can do this time. They will seem to be going down that outer side a lot, so Haynes will continue to do so as he kicks to a 1v1. I think the one was Carpenter, but a good tackle indeed, and it's going to be free kick going the way to Prince Alfred. Can they get a mark this time? They've got a few numbers loose, doesn't want to use them, they're screaming for it. There's one out here, that's Oliver McInnes. He handballs eventually. Now they can go to McInnes, who's on his own. And
McGowan.
Instead McGowan took it, so good shepherding from McInnes.
Yeah, just used the body well there, and McGowan, he just had that last snap at goal which just missed, and that was good hands on full stretch on the lead. So another chance here now. Yeah,
they've had a shot from here similar before, and it just looked like a setup. So will McGowan go for goal or set it up? He's going with the win. Let's see how he's going to use it here. Trying to put him off on the mark. McGowan is falling short, and it's touched over the boundary line. So the win, do you reckon the win's picking it up?
I'm not sure. I think It's a bit swirly, I reckon. It could be coming across a little bit as well. So you just saw that was a little bit left to right and sort of going into the breeze slightly. But it's a tricky one, the breeze. So Nash Haynes has got it now from Joey Haynes. Nash Haynes. Oh, dangerous kick. It was Garrels that nearly chopped it off. Now the handball comes out. Schmidt, he's tackled. McGowan. Plenty of players around the ball. Bromley's there. Ball spills out wide. Good take by Jack Gaffney. Over to Sammy Gray. There's a player just down the ground. I'll just get you to pick that up for us. It's now in the hands of Doritzi. He's turned it over though. And another smother there as well though. So they get it back again, Port Districts. Doritzi this time over the top. Didn't quite get to Sharrod. Coming across and picking it up well was Charlick. Now Pitt. He's fouling McGowan, so a good kick in the middle. McGowan's been busy the last few minutes. And he's going to get a penalty. No, they're just going to hold it here as
it might be
a blood rule.
And
looks like Jason Niskelhus coming off the ground, and there's a bit of claret coming out of the mouth. So
maybe it was hit in the mouth. Maybe that's the reason he was down before. But
yeah, didn't quite see what happened, but there was a lot of players around the pack there. So now McGowan brings it through the middle. This looks promising. Here they go. A one-on-one. Big short. Can he take a grab? Well done by Modestack. Giving away a bit of height there. Jack Ferns, he slams it on the boot to Carpenter. Gets a beautiful bounce. Nice little kick over the top, but Doritzi waited for it and chipping in. Taking a good mark there was the PAC player. And now Craig Pitts put it out of bounds on the full. So Nichols is trying to have a break and get rid of the blood, and he's got the ball there. So
yeah, it's not good when you're bleeding and someone's bumping into you.
On the sideline.
Mitchell Gaffney now with the football. Was very close to the boundary line when he took the kick in 25 metres. I'm not sure. I think I've heard something from the Prince Alfred player. I'm not sure that was probably the reason. But
yeah, it must have been something said.
He was kicked it into the middle of the ground. Ferns wasn't expecting it. It was in his direction, and Carter made sure he took the mark anyway. So Port District, we're into time on. Port District opportunity to find a target to hit a third. They'll go backwards to Haynes. That was from Tommy Carter to get it to Haynes. Haynes over the top, so just taking a bit of time off the clock at the moment before it's handballed back to Haynes. Now Haynes goes out wide. Good vision there. Port District.
Great kick.
Looking to go inside 50. Not been a lot of goals kicked this quarter, so we're not sure how long is left. Haynes with a big fly, but couldn't quite take the mark, so to be touched over the boundary line for
yeah, 24 and a half gone, so you wouldn't say long to go here, Pete. Good call. Low scoring quarter.
So chance for Port District really in this part of the ground if the clock is short on time. Just comes out of there out of nowhere. It was Bernardi for the ruckman for Prince Alfred. Just lost it. I don't think he was expecting it. The ball's over the boundary line again. So Nathan, you can't say Prince Alfred haven't had their opportunities to score.
Yeah, no, spot on, Pete. They've definitely had a lot of chances up forward, but just can't take many marks inside 50.
Last it tackled, holding the ball, so free kick going the way of the Reds.
So there's the siren to end the first quarter. There's a bit going on over there on the outer side as Kelly gets up off the ground, and as you said, that's quarter time. So Port Districts on the Kieran Hayaketsu scoreboard 2-2-14 lead PAC 3 points, but PAC certainly had some opportunities in that first quarter, and they'll go into this break feeling okay about themselves. They've just got to try and get some scoreboard pressure and finish off some of their work. But signs aren't too bad there for them, Pete, at the quarter time break.
Yeah, it was Port District got 2 goals out of play that came from the back line. So if Prince Alfred can lock the ball in or get it back in there, which they have done multiple times, but if they're consistent with it, then they could potentially score a goal or even prevent Port District from scoring. So the boys will switch end in the second quarter. So let's see how the win or how it plays a part, or if there's any coaching changes with the way they're going at all. So we'll see that quarter time here at Country Living Homes Reserve. Port District 2 goals 2-14 to Prince Alfred 0 goals 3-3. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with you shortly on Filming Footy.
All in readiness here for the start of the second quarter here at Country Living Homes Reserve. You see an 11-point margin to Port Districts in the first quarter as the ball thrown up in the air. Lie set up with Bernardi. And ball going nowhere. Umpire says, I'll have that. So throw up now. Bernardi again. Jumps over the top of Lysette. Does well. Thomas Sells there. Gives a little hand. Will put his teammate under the pump, but he didn't have any prior opportunity. That might have been Piper. Now throw up. Jolly lurking. He's going to get it. Gray's on him though. Flicks a little handball out to no one in particular. Picked up by Port Districts and ball going nowhere again. So a few repeat stoppages. Saw a lot of that in the first quarter as well. Bernardi and Lysette. Lysette this time grabs it out of the ruck. Kicks it towards Thomas Carter. Shoved off it by Pitt. Now Doritzi. He's tackled well. Pitt now. His hand was smothered by Carpeny. And scrappy to start this second quarter. Ball out of bounds, out of side. We always see contingent of Port District supporters over there giving some advice to some of the opposition teams at times. So throw in now. Lysette Bernardi. Gaffney though grabs it. That's Mitchell this time. Over the top. McKay's there. It's gone over his head. Who can run onto it? Ferns is there. And doing well was the skipper Sumner. And ball through for a minor score. And it'll be Craig Pitt to bring it in.
Craig Pitt. He's kicked 12 this season. 10 best on ground nominees as he goes to Will Schmidt. Schmidt goes short to Pritchard. Pritchard looking back at Schmidt but doesn't want to go there. Goes in short. Probably a better option. He found Garrels who handballed it off to Schmidt again. Still running from back to forward. Now kicks it inside 50. Good mark taken. All on his own uncontested. I think his opponent may have stumbled over.
Yeah, it looked like Miller Carter just slipped a little bit, and it's a better movement there by PAC. A bit more patience through the middle there, and Schmidt did very well, and it's big Hugo Kelly that stood his ground well there and took the mark.
Hugo Kelly, the vice captain, playing a bit of ruck today for Prince Alfred. Let's see if he can kick the goal to get their first of the match to bring it back to a 5-point ball game. That's not going to be the kick that gets it done. In fact, it's out in the full.
Yeah, disappointing there for Kelly after such a good build-up. They would have loved an early goal there. I see Ned McKendry on the sidelines. The coach just rubbing his head there. Disappointed with that. But having some opportunities, that's the main thing.
Yeah, but they're back inside 50 again. Now spearing kick towards the cross, the goals, and it's just tapped over the line by Lysette. That was from Jock Piper. And if that got into the hands of Prince Alfred attacker, you'd assume they would score there. But it's 4 behind so far for the Reds. He's back in the way in the middle, picked up by Schmidt. He's popped up a few times at the start of this quarter. Good kick, and he finds Hugo Kelly. Kelly doesn't want to shoot it this time. Goes the passing option. And a wonderful pass at that. Great vision to find Joe Howard. I believe this might be his first touch of the afternoon.
It could well be. But yeah, once again, Schmidt, as you said, he's had a good little period there. And to Kelly, and Kelly, a nice little kick into Joe Howard. So another chance here for PAC.
So Joe Howard, the opportunity to kick Prince Alfred's first goal of the afternoon. Finally, they've got it. It comes to Joe Howard, and the Reds are finally on the board with a major. Well, 2 goals for, I believe is it 2?
1 goal 5.
No, so for Port District, I think it's 2 goals 4-16. I'm not sure if that is.
Yeah, I think they're behind on the scoreboard out there on the ground.
To 1 goal 4. So
they've changed. I'm not sure what's happening there. There's a bit all over the shop, so it might be 2-3 to 1. Well, 2-3 to 1-4.
Yeah, quarter time was 2-2, 14 to 0 goals 3-3.
Yeah.
So we'll say what's on our stream at the moment.
Yeah,
so
2-3 to 1-4.
We'll get confirmation of that later.
And Ferns now out the middle. Goes in long. DeRiccio over the back. He's a likely type. He's called to play on there. Pritchard corrals. He goes back to Rose, and there's that running Joey Haynes. He just loves running off half-back. Beautiful kick to Sharrod. Marks in front of Sumner. Sumner's just being brought back. So Sharrod now. Looks for Ferns in the middle. Coming across Carter. He just misjudged it. Mitchell Gaffney gets a slamming shot on the left boot, but across the face of goal and out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, just rushed it there.
Yeah, just slammed it on the boot and point. So Singleton to bring it back now. Goes to Pritchard. He's got a loose player out wide. Looks like Bromley. So Bromley now. Deep in the back pocket. He's just going to go long. Oh, a big leap over the back by Nash Haynes. He couldn't quite take the mark. Or getting one across the head there. Was, yeah, a bit high there. I think it's Garrels to take the free kick. So Garrels now. Nice little kick to Schmidt. He's been important this quarter to Jolly. Jolly now. Over the top. Dean. Kicks in long, looking for short. Couldn't quite take the mark, but somehow gets a left foot snap on it. Leading in the race there was the PAC player. He tried to soccer it, couldn't do anything with it, and eventually they've got it down in their forward line, so one end to the other, and there'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, just confirmation on the scores now, it's correct. 2 goals, 3-15 Port District to 1 goal, 4-10 to Prince Alfred. Sorry about the confusion.
Thanks,
before,
Pete.
So they'll lead by 5 points.
Yep. So back forward line now. PAC, another chance here. Started this quarter well. Tap down. Snap now. Look like balled, and it's fallen in the hands of that man, Joey Haynes. He goes out wide to Gould. Gould now. Chips it into Sharrod. Swings around onto the right boot. Going long, looking for Jack Ferns. He does well. Marks in front of Pritchard. So Ferns now. Called to play on. Didn't know really where to go, but did well in the end. Back to Gould. Good spoil, but he's called front on contact. Thought he did all right there, the PAC player, but yeah, he's probably did come from the front. So Joey Haynes now. He's just being allowed to do what he wants. Kicks in forward there. Can they get a crumb here? Tommy Gray's there. Sumner.
It's in the dirt.
Bromley. Yeah, it's in the dirt. They're in the sandpit there. There's a lot of dirt. They have to rub their eyes and get the dust out of their eyes there.
About 2 weeks ago, in that little sandbar here, it was full of water. It was a massive puddle. So now, if you're not playing in the wet, you're playing in the sand. So ball up. It's opportunity for Port District to get their third. Given a little bit of space with Gaffney, and then Gaffney handballed it to Carter. Carter finds the captain, Louis Sharrod, and he hasn't kicked one yet. He's had an opportunity to. But this will be big for Port District. So we've seen that's not the goal scorer again. Let's see if they can change that here. Louis Sharrod, the skipper.
Yeah, beautiful kick by Miller Carter. He's having a good game.
It's a big run up from Louis Sharrod.
Yeah,
so
he wants to kick through this, I think. And
so let's see if they can convert. Port District, Louis Sharrod has a lead coming from Tom Gray, but doesn't want to go for him. So Louis Sharrod for his first goal of the afternoon.
He likes this one.
This time he's got it. A captain's goal. And Port District have 3 on the board. Port District 3 goals, 3-21 to Prince Alfred Old Collisions. 1 goal, 4-10. They lead by 11 points. Port District, we've seen Prince Alfred, they have been competitive, haven't they, Nathan?
Yeah, no doubt. They've had a good little start to this quarter. Could have kicked another one. But they're just giving him a little bit too much space to run off half back at the moment. You see Joey Haynes, he's just such a good ball user, and I think they've just got to tighten up a little bit on him as well, coming from half back. And just then Miller Carter was just all alone around 60 out, and they just got it back to him, and he had plenty of time to settle and find Sharrod on the lead. The ball back in the middle now, Lysett. He's into Bernardi. Jolly slams it on the boot, so they go forward again. Picked up by Miller Carter. He's going to go out wide and find Matty Rose. And running on beautifully there is Sammy Gray, but McGowan just put enough pressure on. And Sammy Gray's let him know that he wanted the ball there. So now Pritchard kicks it into the middle. Bromley gives it to Jolly. Jolly pumps it deep into the forward line. Couldn't take the mark at the front there was Modestack. And Ball out of bounds in front of Ethan Bald, and a throw in deep in the forward line for PAC, so another chance for them.
See how they set up here, both sides. It's a big opportunity for Prince Alfred to score a goal here. It's their first coming in this quarter. Good tap over his head there. Hugo Kelly beating Lycett to that occasion, but it'll be another stoppage. A lot of players around this contest here. If you look down here, see Prince Alfred have got one spare, so this is how they're setting up here, Prince Alfred, in case the ball does get kicked away with a clearing kick. Now inside 50 for Lachlan Moore. Can he find a teammate after 2 attempts? Eventually Port District will take the mark. I'm not sure if you can see that is
Modest stack.
Yeah, good call, good vision from you, Nathan, as they kick it towards the other side. Now this is with Joseph Haynes. Haynes wants to go inboard. Good option if he can hold on to it. It was to Jack Gaffney. He did in the end. Now Gaffney wants to move the ball on. Sammy Gray, handball over the top. Here come Port District. Ferns with the football. They've got a man inside 50. Ferns just got rid of him. And he got a free kick, I think. Was it high contact? Or?
I'm not sure. I just was looking up forward because I had a couple on, but...
And for forward was Scotty Lycett, but couldn't quite get a hands to the football. He's still around the area. Is that in the back? Yes, it is. And it's a free kick going the way of Port District. Looked like he drove him into it a little bit there.
Yeah, just a little bit of force there. So yeah, we just quickly go through the sponsors as well as Doritzi lines up. Thanks today to Filming Footy, obviously Sports Interactive. Classic Catches, custom by ORTC. Got the polo on, High Five e-bikes. Startfish will be possibly giving out a beanie later on, and some Archie's thongs as well. Jag Meats Works and Kimberley Resorts.
Doritzi with the opportunity to go up by 17, and he's taken it. And Port District now, they lead by just about 3 goals here. They've played well at the start of this quarter. I'll quickly take you around the grounds here at Broadview Oval, the game that Prince Alfred will be keeping their eye on with their rivals Payneham in the battle for the relegation. Broadview, 3 goals, 4-22 to Payneham, 4 goals, 2-26, so by 4 points the Falcons lead. Golden Grove, 5 goals, 6-36 to the Rams at Glenunga, 3 goals, 6-24. Sacred Heart, 2 goals, 5-17 to Rochester, 3 goals, 2-20. And St. Peter's, 4 goals, 7-31 to Salisbury North, 3 goals, 3-21. So we see how tight this competition is. From 6th until 4th, they're equal on points, and 2nd and 3rd are 1 game above, and Port District 1 game above Golden Grove as well. So very tight in the competition. 6 teams remain. Big game on the line for both clubs today.
As Sammy Gray streams out of the middle now, looking for Big Lycett. He's just nudged out of it. He looked for the umpire, but Bernardi does well. He did well in a one-on-one as well. Over to the young Lockie Moore. Kicks forward. Picked up by Nash Haynes to Joey Haynes, and now Passanidi. So they clear. Again, Benny Gould is having a big quarter. Down the line, he's got Thomas Carter all on his lonesome. Marks on the wing, out of side. He's looking to draw the player, but instead chips it into Sam Gray. Sam Gray now. He's got a lead from Scotty Lycett. Coming across though was Hugo Kelly. And he took an intercepting mark, and he's going to go out wide now. So Mitch Dean. He's going to short kick to Jolly. They love having it in his hands. Jolly now. Little chip over the top to Pritchard. Dean runs on well, gets the kick, but he's under pressure a little bit. What can they do up forward? Short, gives a quick little handball out. The player there was tackled quickly. That was Garrels. So now this defensive unit of Port Districts, which is so good, got Scotty Lycett down the ground all by himself in the 50. But the ball's still on the outer side and 100 metres away or so from him. As Port Districts now through the middle. Dangerous kick. Schmidt did all right, but just infringed with a chop on the arms. And he has a word to the umpire. The umpire says you can't do that. 25-metre penalty. So Gaffney, Jack that is, waiting for a lead. Gets it from Lycett. It's over his head though, and Sumner's just going to chip in. And the skipper takes a relieving mark for St. Peter, for PAC.
Yeah, Lycett's body language doesn't look too happy. He's either led too early or he doesn't want the kick to go there. But when he gave away, he's got a
mismatch as well. I think he wants it just to his advantage.
Back inside 50, couldn't quite make an impact there. Kenneth Carpenter. The ball's still in the area though. Carpenter lays a tackle this time. There's still pressure around there. Can Prince Alfred get it away at the 50? They can't. It'll tap it over the boundary line, so a boundary throw in. Lycett in the goal square now, so he's not playing in the ruck. They're just giving him a bit of a rest. Placing him is Samuel Mackay. Mackay won the tap down to Ferns. Ferns, little volleyball style, to each other. 2 handballs, snap around the body eventually, and they get the goal, Port District. Wonderful work from Ferns to get it forward. And the goal finished off by Tom Gray. Just mixed up for my words there a little bit.
Yeah, no, they good unselfish play there as well. Ferns had the running Sharrod, and Sharrod slipped it over to Tommy Gray, and Tom Gray gets his first. So Port District's got 5 now after PAC had that good period towards the start of the quarter. It's been Port Districts with the last 3 that have just steadied and just going to a dangerous little margin here. PAC would want to get one back soon here. A little steadier. So the ball back in the middle now. Hugo Kelly now in the ruck. Up against Mackay. Mackay, beautiful tap down. Jack Gaffney just needs to get a good bounce. Does. Now to Sharrod. Over to Gould. Back to Sharrod. He goes back onto his right foot. Puts it into space. Lycett's there. He shoves Bernardi out the way. Gives a little flick over the back. But it ends up with PAC now. Jolly. Can he collect? He does. He does well. Pritchard goes back onto his left. And he's going to kick it straight to Matty Rose. So Rose takes the mark. Nash Haynes runs past. But Rose. Oh, it's gone about 5 metres. Niska Horsey's back on the ground after having his mouth or nose attended to. Kick to the dangerous spot. Moore's there. The young fella just put his right hand out. Dean did all right, but then the ball was smothered. They're under the pump here a bit, PAC. Jolly clears. Oh, big contest. And McKay's going to get the free, and they're off and running now through Cooper Gaffney.
Yeah, they take the advantage here, Port District. An advantage when you've got Scotty Lye set up in the forward line. The boys are getting around Mackay there, seeing if he's okay. He's still down after that contact. He did call the blocking free kick, but it should be okay, hopefully.
It was a big contact. You could hear the slap sort of noise from here. And
he's coming off the ground. Hopefully he's okay. The boys will get around him as they replace him now. So Scotty Lye said he's been wanting an opportunity a lot in this quarter. He's finally got it. Can he convert? Scotty Lye set for Port District. I think it's there. The goal umpire says it is. So Scott Lycett with a goal. The ruckman
didn't get good connection really, did he? It was only 35 out, and he sort of shinned it or something, but it just fell through. So just got over the line.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a big goal because Port District is starting to get a bit of a lead on this match now. 29 points up, which is about 5 goals if Prince Alfred want to hit the lead. So in this quarter, they kicked the first of the quarter to get it to 5 points, but it's been Port District since then.
Yeah, certainly has. The margin just blowing out now. Some concerns on the Prince Alfred bench there. See Bomber Brinsley there. Down next to Nettie McHenry and co. Now back in the middle. Looks like could be Bromley on the ground there. And umpire says I'll have another throw up in the middle of the ground. Kelly gives it to Jolly. Nice little handball out to Charlick. Charlick now. Over to McInnes. He kicks over the top. Joey Haynes is there. Handballs to Cooper Gaffney. Back to Joe Haynes. Risky kick, but effective to Louis Sharrod. Sharrod's wanting someone to give him something. He gets around Garrels and now goes back out wide to Cooper Gaffney. Gaffney to Gould. They haven't gone too far. They've just gone from one side of the ground back to the other, but they maintain possession. So Gould down the line. Ball goes over the top of the pack there. Picked up by McInnes. Snaps it around and he's kicked it straight to Louis Sharrod. I think the umpire said maybe play on there. And there'll be a ball up.
Prince Alfred really need a goal at the moment. They've struggled for opportunities after their first of this quarter. They can try and go forward, but this time Port District are ready, as they have been for the whole quarter. What a switch if that works out. Wonderful vision. Goes to Matty Rose. Rose over the top. Here comes the body contact. Bang! Right in the back. Was all legal. And Port District still with the football, however. So it comes to Tommy Gray. Yeah. Great. Inside 50 now for Lyset in the pocket. He gets it. And Scotty Lyset could have 2 in 2 minutes here.
Yeah, this would be a good kick though by the ruckman. Well, that was a good hit by Singleton, wasn't it? Yeah, it just went bang, and golden fist moment there.
Scotty Lyset now with an opportunity, a very tight angle here at Country Living Homes Reserves. He wants to pass it off, but the pass wasn't the best quality, as Prince Alfred can try and clear it out. Now one of them has to go up. He should be rewarded the mark, and is there. Will Schmidt, take your pick, one of the two. Will Schmidt now, just near that sand patch, wants to go inboard to try and find Hugo Kelly. Hugo Kelly, now they've got to try and find another option. We're into time on now in the second quarter. It's been all Port District after Prince Alfred kicked the first goal. Another turnover, this time Miller Carter will have possession of the football. Wants to go to Louis Sherrard. His teammate and the captain will go over the top out wide. Can Port District move the ball from here? They keep progressing down the line. Joseph Haynes. And they're just uncontested all over the ground, finding options everywhere. Sam Gray. Prince Alfred really need a man up because they can't find another one inside 50. Gray handballs it off to a teammate on the run. Now the kick, another uncontested mark for Port District. This is the one that will matter the most if they can get a mark inside 50. Here comes Scotty Lyset again. Couldn't quite hold on to the football. 4 Prince Alfred defenders there with the football. Eventually they get it away to Mitchell Dean. So that's around the body. I think it was touched as it was called play on. Handball comes from Nash Haynes. Got it to a teammate, and Gray got it. Was taken. Doesn't call on the ball. Mitchell Gaffney got it to another teammate. Can keep progressing forward here. Port District. I think there's so many opportunities for them to score. Is he dispossessed incorrectly? It doesn't matter because Jordan Dorizzi has kicked his second goal of the afternoon, and Port District are piling on the goals in this quarter, Nathan.
Yes, it was a bit of a weird one there. It was everyone was waiting for someone to pick the ball up, and everyone was looking at each other, and Dorizzi just said, I'm just going to pick it up and slam it on the boot, and went straight through the middle. So he's got 2 now, Dorizzi, along with Thomas Carter, who's got 2, and singles to Jake Gaffney, Scotty Lyset, and Louis Sherrard. So that's their 6. And just the one to Joey Howard. So, yeah, Port District's really putting the foot down now. 35 points up. It's got a bit darker here. Breeze is quite chilly now. And ball back in the middle. Wouldn't been much time to go. It's 23 played. A couple more minutes to go. Can PAC get one? Hey, Kelly shrugs off Thomas Carter. Pumps it in long now. Can they take a mark? No, they can't. Just falling down up forward. And Miller Carter takes a good mark in defence. So Carter now swings back, goes out towards the scoreboard to his brother Thomas. So probably happy to slow things down here and not concede a late one. Thomas Carter kicks there, dangerous. PAC got some numbers. Garrell's in there, working hard. Wrapped up by Davison, all going nowhere. As we said, quadruple premiership reunion here down at Port Districts. Big day, Country Living Homes Reserve. Had some good interviews earlier with some former presidents and club legend W. Rose. So, throw in now, picked up well. Schmidt, he's been one of PAC's best. Kicks it in long. No one can take a grab. Matty Rose could have been taken high. Ball swings out wide. Miller Carter to Joey Haynes. Joey Haynes now. Which way is this going to bounce? Over the back. Sherrard, he slaps it on forward, but only as far as Craig Pitt. Pitt does well. Or to Singleton, but he gets a bad bounce. Sherrard backs up well. Now Mitchell Gaffney to the running to Ritzy. Could he get a third? He's streaming in. He's going to draw the player. Over to Scotty Lyset. misses him a little bit, but Lycett regains possession, strolls into the open goal. Well done by Louis Sharrod there. He committed the body hard, and a couple of awkward bounces, and ending up though with Port District 7th, and big Scotty Lycett gets his 2nd, so well done to Port Districts.
I'll tell you where that started. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and they slapped it
Sharrod,
in. Sharrod slapped it in. That is a captain's moment right there for Port District.
And then he backed up again, and he was in the play 30 metres ahead and slapped it forward again. And yeah, you can see him. He's sucking the big ones in, Louis Sharrod, but that was certainly a skipper's effort.
Unselfish from Doriti as well, because he could have gone in for his 3rd goal. Wanted to go to Lycett. Yes, the handball wasn't the greatest. He could have made a mill of it, but Lycett, with that composure, did well. So in the end, it works out. Lycett's got 2. They've rested him in this quarter for the ruck, so it's been Mackay, but this time...
And they're rotating Thomas Carter now.
Tommy Carter, so maybe they don't need him in the ruck if he's going to kick goals for him, because they've piled on the goals in this quarter. They've kicked 6 goals, 1 to Prince Alfred's 1 goal, 1, as they can try and keep going again here, Prince Alfred. But I think they might run out of time shortly. 26 minutes gone in this second term, and it's looking like Port District is going to take this one away. It's a 41-point margin so far going into the major break. Port District's average winning margin is 36 points. So far they're at 41 at the half. Anything can happen in football though. We've still got another half to play. I wouldn't call Prince Alfred out of it, especially if they can get an opportunity here. But they've turned it over again, Nathan, and this is where they keep turning it over in that back line. Yeah,
they're struggling to get some system in their forward line today. Obviously got a few players out. But Schmidt, he's certainly playing a good game. A good young player for them. He's definitely one of their better players today, Will Schmidt. Kicks out wide now. Can they find a mark inside 50? Joey Haynes is there. Gould. Quick kick by Gaffney. I think that was Jack. And there's the man again, Will Schmidt. In the orange boots. Can they jag a late one here? There's a lot of players inside the forward 50 though. This is where they just can't seem to take a grab up forward. Ball spills over the back. Here's a chance. Howard's there. Could he get his 2nd? No. Ball's going to beat all players and out of bounds. Deep in the pocket.
Yeah, I think they've pushed him over the line there in the end.
Yeah.
Port District will be very happy with this quarter, especially coach Josh Ramsey, as they go into the halftime break with a 41-point lead. 6 goals, 1 in the quarter. Very accurate from Port District to Prince Alfred's 1 goal, 1. They win the quarter by 30 points in the end. They're 11 at quarter time. Now 41 at half time. A big margin, and this game's just been blown away a little bit in the second quarter, Nathan.
Yes. Just as we spoke about, PAC, they actually started the quarter pretty well. They got the first, could have had even 2 or 3, but that second half of that quarter, it was all Port Districts, and we saw some of their big names start to really put a stamp on the game. They've just had such good run from defence, and some beautiful kicks to their forward as well, which is resulting in them pouring on the goals. So half-time, as you said, they're going to go in with a big buffer, 41-point margin. So PAC, Ned McHenry's going to have to get the troops in, and he's got a pretty young side out there today, a bit undermanned, and they're going to have to try and really, try and do something in this third quarter to get back. And we'll have a quick look, check at the scores. Pete, you've got them around the grounds at half-time?
Yeah, so close to? Well, Broadview, 3 goals, 4-22 to Payneham, 5 goals, 2-32. Payneham leading by 12 points. That was updated 12 minutes ago, so they might be into half-time already. Golden Grove, 7 goals, 11-53 to Glenunga, 5 goals, 6-36. Sacred Heart, 3 goals, 6-24 to Ross Trevor, 4 goals, 4-28, and St. Peter's, 5 goals, 9-39 to Salisbury North, 4 goals, 3-27. So obviously important for Port District to win today, because Golden Grove and St. Peter's both in the lead at the moment, and for Prince Alfred it's also important because Payneham could jump them on the ladder. A battle for relegation at the moment. We know Broadview are relegated, but it's up to Payneham and Prince Alfred now to battle for that 8th spot to stay alive. So it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of riding on the line in this game.
Certainly is, Pete.
We'll be back shortly for the second half. Half-time here at Country Living Homes Reserve. 8 goals, 51. Port District to 1 goal, 4-10. Prince Alfred. I'm Peter Georgianis. Alongside me is Nathan Woods. We'll bring you all this second half action live on Filming Footy. Half time here at Country Living Homes Reserve. It is Port District 8 goals, 351 to Prince Alfred, 1 goal, 4-10. 6 goals, 1 in that second quarter for Port District to Prince Alfred's 1 goal, 1. Nathan, how did you see in that second quarter?
Yeah, it was all Port Districts in the second half of that quarter. They really piled the goals on and just gave too much space to some of their runners off half-back, and some of their delivery up forward was great. And we saw Scotty Lycett having the luxury of him being down at the forward line. We saw Thomas Carter and Scotty McKay do a bit of the rucking, and big Scotty Lycett was looking dangerous up there. A couple of times the delivery wasn't spot on, but they just put the foot down there, and it's going to be interesting to see. You'd expect a response from PAC at the start of this third quarter, as they've been a proud team for a long time, and you'd expect them to come out hard here. And Port District can get on a roll. They could really pile on some goals also. Yeah,
Port District have not lost at home this season and looking to keep it up at the moment. Prince Alfred battling relegation against Payneham. It'll be a big game next week between Payneham and Prince Alfred Old Collegians. They play a little way at Payneham Oval, so let's see what happens. Port District trying to stay on top of the ladder. Lycett back into the ruck, and that is why, because he gets a tap straight away to Louis Sharrard. Sharrard, the skipper, gets it inside 50. Can Port District get a really fast start? Comes off hands and then falls in the hands of Jack Gaffney. Handballs it backwards to Matty Rose. Rose back to Sharrard. Now tries to go inside 50, but Prince Alfred are there set for the play. Takes chest mark in the end. Now Port District got to have to lock Prince Alfred in. Sun's coming out a little bit, so a little bit less chilly here at Country Living Homes Reserve. Another ball up, this time in the middle of the ground, exactly where we started. There's been a few good players here for Port District. There's been Jordan DeRuzi's got 2, could have had 3. Scotty Lycett's played pretty well. Jack Fern, especially Louis Sharrard as well. Tommy Carter. There's a few names you could drop in there that have been playing really well.
A lot of contributors. Joey Haynes has been great also. I thought Mitchell Miller Carter's been pretty good as well. We had a really good first half as well. A lot of contributors. Louis Sharrard as well. The skipper's been good.
It'll be
umpire circling. He's going to ping him. You can tell when they're going to ping him. They just sort of pause, stop, and they wait, and then they wind up. Yeah. So Pitty now. Craig Pitt out wide. He's got Howard, and well spotted by Joey Haynes. I heard Ned McHenry saying that Joey Howard's just going to keep a bit more of a closer eye on Joey Haynes. It's not necessarily a tag or that, but it's just to not let him run so rampant. He's had a lot of the ball so far. He's Lycett now, little tap down. Jolly sockers it forward, Howard's there. He's getting held by Joey Haynes, and Haynes sort of probably knew he just grabbed him without the ball there. And Joey Howard, the only goal scorer for Prince Alfred today, has a chance to get his second. And give him a little advice, left post, because we have seen a little bit of left to right from this area of the ground. So Joey Howard now comes in about 40 out, looks pretty good.
I don't think he kicked it right.
Yeah, it just didn't quite connect well, and it was aiming towards the middle instead of the left, and then the wind got hold of it, and through for a minor score. So PAC get the first score of the second half, and Joey Haynes to bring it back in now. Those bright yellow boots, thumps it out wide. Schmidt going back, good mark. Schmidt has taken plenty of them today. Got a loose man in Jolly, but it's going to be Howard there, but he's dropped the mark. Smothered now. Don't do that against Port District. They'll make you pay. So Lycett, little slick handball to Nash Haynes through the middle. Has a bounce. There's 2 one-on-ones up forward. And just shoved out the way. Tommy Gray used his body well there. He's got Benny Gould out on the left screaming for it. Instead goes to the middle there. And good mark coming across and taking a good intercept mark there was the skipper in Tommy Sumner.
Sumner now with the football. Wants to go out wide. Well, Prince Alfred, if they want to mount a comeback in this game, they're going to have to do it quickly. A fast start is what is required for this second half. They are 7 goals down at the moment. 40 points on the scoreboard to be exact with your margin. It's in Port District attacking 50 though. And this is where Port District have been the best all day. He just could have taken it out the ruck himself there, but was on his own, the Port District ruckman, trying to spot who that was. Now a little sidestep from Nash Haynes inside 50, but it's turned over again to a man all on his own in that pocket. Prince Alfred trying to get the ball out of there. They're under the pressure. He's called to play on now. Can they find a target? Just sends a high one. Kick and hope, perhaps. Ball was punched out of Schmidt's hands. I don't think he would have been paid the mark if it was. Is that a little bit high? Did he duck? Umpires is holding the ball, so in the end, free kick going the way of Prince Alfred. They can keep moving it here. Can they get a mark? They can.
Kick by Pitt.
Surely. Oh, it's bounced just out of his reach. He probably could have made a better effort to go for the ball, however. Prince Alfred's still in there. Now it's two players going for it. Haynes was to take it high.
That four players streaming towards goal there, and Joey's just come across and done very well in the sandpit.
I thought he was going to take the mark there, but he let it bounce in front of him.
It was a horrible bounce.
Yeah. Port District still with the ball on the outer side now. It's they've had their opportunities, especially in that first quarter. They could have definitely got a 2 or 3 goal lead there, Prince Alfred, but I don't know if it was the wind or it was the way they were kicking the football, but it just seemed as if, you know, they can't convert on the scoreboard. They kicked 1 goal on that end in the second, but it's just looking a bit like the first, isn't it, Nathan?
Yeah, it certainly is. Having chances, but just not being able to put it through the big sticks again. And Dorizzi, I've been impressed with him. He's been good up forward, likely type. Swings it in wide. And Tommy Gray, he's been dangerous up forward today, taking a few marks and kicked a goal. So he's got a chance to kick his second. So Tom Gray now, about 40 metres out, slight angle. This was heard after a couple of opportunities for PAC. In he comes, Gray. Looks pretty good. Coming back, right to left, and it's gone through the middle. So Port Districts, after 5.5 minutes of this third quarter, strike first. And margin out at 46 points now, 9-3-57. PAC 1-5-11, and 2 goals there for Tommy Gray.
Just bringing the goal kickers here. For Port District, Louis Sharrett, the skipper, with 1. Thomas Carter with 2. Jordan Dorizzi with 2. Tom Gray just with his second there. Scotty Lysett with 2. And for Prince Alfred Old Collegians, Joe Howard with just the 1 goal. 5 behinds for the Reds. A lot of opportunities to capitalise on the scoreboard. However, their kicking in front of goal has let them down today. And Port District pile on another one, but out the middle, Sammy Gray doesn't want to make it any easier for the Reds, and there's a free kick for a hold going the way of Port District. It'll be Sharrod again. He's played well today. Let's see if he can find a target inside 50. Lysett's at the full forward. Has he got the distance to kick it to him? He's going to go for it. Lysett's there. 3 players onto him. Was he blocked out of it? The umpire says no. It doesn't matter because this man Dorizzi has kicked his third. A little check aside on the right boot, and he's kicked his third. He could have had 3 before. He handed 1 off, but now he has it. And well deserved. He's played really well. He's probably one of their best forwards up there now.
Yeah, he's been dangerous, Dorizzi. Haven't seen him at all, so I don't know whether he's a new recruit. Do you know much about him? Have you seen him, Pete?
No, I haven't this year, but he seems to be playing well. If he keeps this up, he'll be sticking in the A grade. I just want to say, though, Prince Alfred, they got sucked into Lycett. They had 3 players. They weren't watching Dorizzi at the back. Dorizzi's at the back of the contest stand, kicks an easy goal in the end. Yeah. So really just got to have 2 on Lycett if you're going to leave 1 out the spare and 1 behind him. So
no doubt, yeah. Yes, no, opportunist forward Dorizzi. He's got 3. That's 10 now. For Port Districts, saw that last centre clearance by Gray was magic. This time it's Schmidt again. Out wide. Oh, couldn't quite take the mark there. Was Gattenby. And just copped one as well on the back. One of the young players. 2 of the young boys there. McInnes as well. So we've seen a bit of the future of PAC here. Some of the young boys. Throw in right in front of us here. It's going to be Kelly. Gives a bump to McKay. Carpenty now. Quick little give to Jack Gaffney. He goes out wide to Gould. Good pick up by Benny Gould. Puts the Jets on, but he's kicked it out on the full. And did very well, but just Wynn got hold of that,
I think he dropped the ball sideways.
Yeah, just ball drop with that breeze. So left foot into the middle, dangerous kick. Jolly's there. Can't quite pick it up. Working hard though. Now he grabs it. Little one to Schmidt. Now McGowan. That's Winston McGowan. Gives it to Pritchard. Can they take a mark up forward? No. Oh, Sumner's did a good fend off, but then lost the ball and he had it round the back. Yeah. I don't know, but he was doing a bit of basketball around the back. And throw up now, Kelly and McKay. Over to McGowan. He just pumps it in long. Can they take a grab? Oh, coming across and taking an excellent mark was number 33. I think that's Bald. Yeah, Ethan Bald. So good mark by Bald. Just drifted across the pack and finally they get a mark inside 50, Pete.
Yeah, they've had a few opportunities to score, and this one's not as easy as the other ones. So if Ethan Bold can capitalise here, it's going to make it... it's going to give them their second goal, but I don't think it's going to make much difference to what the game's been done already, the damage from Port District.
Yeah, correct, Pete. As ball comes in, they do want a goal, though. It looks pretty good off the boot. It's straight through the middle, so well done, Ethan Bald. He kicks his first goal and PAC's second, so they deserve a goal there, PAC. They've had some chances.
Look, I'm not going to say that Prince Alfred are out of the game, but it looks very unlikely from here.
Yeah, it'll take something very special from here. But good for them to get their second on the board. So ball back in the middle. It's good work by Jolly in the middle. He worked hard. Got a little handball out, and Schmidt to be close to their best player today, you'd say. He's in the middle now. So Kelly's going to go up against McKay. Tapped down by Kelly. Jolly, good little handball, just missed Schmidt in the end. Jack Ferns now to Sam Gray. Approaches 60, Sam Gray. He's going to launch it long and strong. Is it going to bounce through? No, it bounces back. And Sumner's there to clean up, and he'll give it out wide, but he's put it straight over the head for Jack Ferns to bring it in.
Yeah, well, Jack Ferns, we know he's a dangerous player. He's got great vision. Let's see if he can spot someone up here. Surely he's too far out to score, you'd think, from just in that square pocket. The Lyset couldn't quite make an impact there, but here comes Prince Alfred. Can they get two in a row here to bring it from one end to the other? He's gone down the middle. It's a 1v1, but in the best position possible was Modestack. He recovers well, though, gets it to Ferns. Ferns to Cooper Gaffney. Cooper Gaffney kick was smothered by Tom Bromley. Really good smothered by him. Tom Bromley, great pass. He couldn't quite get the teammate on the chest, though. Doesn't want to make a fumble. Second effort's going at it. Joe Howard. Now Port District can get the ball away. How about that from Joseph Haynes? Did really well. They couldn't keep it in play, and I think that's last possession, or was it touched?
No, he handballed it out of bounds. I think it's going to be last possession. So we saw Benny Gould kick one out in the full, and then he's handballed one out in the full. So it's Pritchard.
Pritchard brings it in short to a teammate, and that's Craig Pitt. Pitt goes inboard. They want to make the switch here. Will Schmidt popped up well in the second quarter a little bit. We can keep going here.
Great kick by Singleton.
That kick indeed, and goes to McInnes. He might be a little too far out to score. He goes short and finds Craig Pitt. Now Pitt's in range.
Yeah, he's good kick, Pitt. I've seen him playing defence and up forward throughout this season. They've used him everywhere, and it was a bit easy then from PAC. Though just a bit of loose checking by Districts. And Pitt now.
Yeah, so Pitt
about to line up.
Will be their third goal scorer if he kicks it.
Two in a row.
Goals haven't been easy to come by for Prince Alfred, but this one is very valuable to get two in a row and to potentially, but unlikely, start something here. Craig Pitt lines up. He's got the distance, but maybe not. He didn't have the distance.
Yeah,
not quite. Over, but the accuracy was lacking.
So yeah, 3 for a minor there. Craig Pitt, he just hooked that one a little bit. Never looked likely. So Joey Haynes to bring it back in. Short little kick. Finds Matty Rose. 2 former South Adelaide players combining. So Matt Rose now. He's got a nice little kick to Nash Haynes. Benny Gould's on a lead out wide, but he's going to go further. He's got Dorizio over the back, and that's a good kick to Gould.
Out of bounds there.
Looked like Gould ran out of bounds, but it doesn't matter anyway because McGuinness has taken the mark. No, sorry, Lucas Bernardi it is. Over now to Kelly. Kelly out wide. He's got McGowan on. They've got a few numbers out here. McGowan's going to bring it back into the middle. Good kick in the end. Finds Dean. To the running Schmidt. Schmidt's going to have a ping from 50. Oh, umpire just doing a bit of work. Gould was on. He had his hands up in the air. And, yeah, as we look at back that Benny Gould, it looks like he was out by a foot there, but the boundary umpire was a bit behind the scenes. But good build-up from PAC. They're having a good period here. Looking to get back-to-back goals as Haynes brings it into Sharrod. Back to Haynes now. And kicks over the top, looking for Carpeny. He put a free kick. McGowan infringed.
So it'll be free kick going the way of Port District. They just hold on to it. And the outer side now is going to keep moving the ball. If they want to make a switch, I tell you what, they've got Cooper Gaffney on his own here. Doesn't want to do that though. Yeah. Matthew Rose. Rose just sends a high one down the line. So big mark almost taken. A big fly coming from
Thomas Carter.
Yes. Almost. It could lead to a goal over Port District if he can take the mark lice and he can't run onto it. Wow, what a fly from Thomas Carter. That could have been mark of the year if he'd taken it.
I just missed it. I just saw it out the corner of my eye. Here it is. Oh, yes. I've seen him take a couple of big marks, Tommy Carter. He does get up high. And DeRiccio ended up with it looking for Lysett, but it went over his head. So a chance went begging for Port Districts. The PAC now have the ball deep in their defence.
They keep looking to move it to try and get another entry inside 50, this time score. Down the line again. It's pushed over the line by Sean Davidson, so it'll be a boundary throw-in. We see Port District getting some renovations done for their new club rooms.
Yeah, it's council building some new club rooms. That's exciting news. We spoke to the former presidents and board members saying that will be hopefully organised next year at some stage, possibly Anzac Day. So the ball now with Sharrod to Gould. Gould to Gray, look out. Had Sells right on his hammer. Charlick now grabs it. No look handball in board to Howard. Now the ball comes from Piper and falling over was Bald. So PAC, another chance goes begging for them. We've seen a few people slip in the sandy conditions as Joey Haynes is off and away, spearing the ball. Cooper Gaffney, can he run onto it? Little handball over to Sharrod. Back to Gaffney. They've got one out wide. It's Nash Haynes. He loves to run down and kick a goal. Haynes from 30, steadies. Oh, kick right across the face of goal. And he's missed by a mile. Yeah, I think the breeze is coming across there a little bit and it's across the face of goal. So ball to be brought back in by PAC.
PAC going to move it down the outer side. Just going to switch the play from back line, from pocket to pocket. The breeze is picking up a little bit here, Nathan.
Yes, it's got a bit cooler again, a bit darker.
It's to go to a teammate, just couldn't quite get it out the 50 though. Prince Alfred now being pressured by Port District, and they force a turnover eventually. Samuel Mackay. Now with the footy, he's been playing ruck for Scotty Lysett, who's
Haynes
been up full forward all day. Now picked up, get a handball away. Can Port District score again here? Prince Alfred trying to clear it, but now it'll be another ball up and Mackay.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I just gave you a little smile there. I mix it up all the time. Well, I think it's Mackay. It looks like Mackay, but we call him Mackay as well. But anyway, it's good to see him back on the ground. He copped a bit of a knock earlier on and, yeah, he's a big unit and a good player for the Districts boys.
I might just call him by his first name.
Sam. No, we've got too many Sams. We've got two. Sammy Gray's the other one, sorry.
Now in the contest, Port District trying to come away with it. Was that holding? It is. Yes. So free kick going the way of Carpeny. Kenneth Carpeny. He's played well today. Good vision. Almost took the mark. There was Tom Gray. He's another one who's been popping up. Spun 720. Just got the handball away. And it'll be a ball up.
So about 40 metres out. PAC had some chances to kick multiple goals in a row. And there's another free kick being picked out here for Port Districts. It's Thomas Carter, the man we saw the big fly before. Carpenter's just crept down the forward line, but he's been spotted by a PAC player as Louis Sharrod comes off for a well-deserved spell. Jack Ferns comes back on, so Thomas Carter, is he looking for someone? Tommy Gray offers another lead. He just stopped, balked for a bit there, but now it looks like he might have a shot. Just inside 50. Oh, he's fell back on that badly. And Tom Gray nearly actually ended up with it. And ball out of bounds, deep in the forward line. Port Districts, by the Lawn Bowls area. They lead on the Kieran Haiketsu scoreboard of 44 points. Tapped down by PAC, goes straight to Ferns. Swings it out wide to Gould. He's got Gaffney, Cooper Gaffney that is. Spearing little ball.
Is that in or out?
And this time the umpire says that's in as well, but geez, it's close again, wasn't it? As we see Tommy Gray looking for his third now. He's been a good target up forward. He's led well.
I think this will be the toughest one of them all.
Yeah. This is a tough kick, though, with that breeze coming from across the face. So he gives it a good ride. It looks pretty good off the boot. And the crowd behind him love it on the cement pillars there. And Tommy Gray's got his third. So he's back in the A grade now. And certainly causing some havoc today for PAC. So Gray gets his third. DeRitzi's got three as well. And after some good little period for Prince Alfred, Port District strike. They get their 11th, so out to 50 points.
Yeah, I'd say it's over now.
And that little glimmer of hope for PAC is probably gone, as you said, Pete. Just over 20 minutes, so just ticked into time on.
I mean, they've had 9 scoring shots for 2 goals, Prince Alfred, so you can't say the opportunities haven't been there. Yes, there's been a few rush, but a lot of them have come from set shots, which they haven't converted to goals. So Prince Alfred, their game to lose today. Ferns is taken in a tackle straight into the sand. It'll be a ball up, looking more Port District. They'll remain on top of the ladder at the end of round 16. But with the percentage booster, perhaps at the moment, as they lead by 50. They're trying to keep going here, Prince Alfred, but they're stopped by Port District again. Thomas Carter now in the ruck, just used the body well to get it to a teammate, almost got it around behind his head there, couldn't quite, handball comes away from, I think, couldn't quite see who that was. Is that a mark taken? Who's going to claim that one, mate?
I don't know. They both had a fair bit. Schmidt saying, I've got it. Gould was there as well. Umpire said, I can't decide. Stalemate, we'll have a throw up.
So in the ruck now is Christopher Short for Prince Alfred. Tried to make an impact in the ruck contest. Handballed out wide to open space where Port District used that really well. Could have gone on the left, but went to the right. Jack Gaffney. There's a lot of pressure around for Prince Alfred. This is a good patch for them. Can they keep it moving? Good pass. Couldn't quite hold on to it there, Oliver McInnes. Now they can keep going with the football. Tried to handball over his head there, Hayden Jolly. Couldn't quite find a teammate. He's got the footy in his hands, Jordan Derizi, and he gets it away quickly to Ferns. Ferns goes to Cooper Gaffney. Gaffney kicks across. Could be dangerous if he doesn't hold on to it. But Matthew Rose, he's played well today.
Yeah, Rose has been good as well.
He's taken a good market. Now it goes to Haynes. Haynes gets it off to a teammate in Passaniti. Now inside the 50. Is there an opportunity for Port District? Was he taken high? He was. Advantage is paid. Lysett has 3 goals. And it's all starting to get into shape now for Port District. Looks like they'll be staying top of the end of the round. And they've got a big game coming up next week against Salisbury North at home.
Yeah, that would be a beauty. Salisbury North have been in some pretty good form as well.
Meanwhile, for Prince Alfred, it is that big game. We're talking about the relegation battle in Paynham.
Yes, we'll just go through our sponsors as well for today. Filming Footy Sports Interactive Classic Catches. Custom by ORTC. High Five e-bikes. Who's going to win that this year? The big bike. Dartfish. Archie's, of course, the great thongs. Got a pair of them to give out today. Jag Meats Works and Kimberley Resorts as Carter's back in the ruck. Thomas, that is. Ferns now. Can he get a good bounce? No. Running through Charlie. He couldn't grab it. Ball now spills out to Pritchard. Gives it over to Schmidt. Schmidt goes forward and Milikata takes a relieving mark. He's going to go out. No, he's going to go through the middle. He's kicked it straight to Bromley. Bromley now to Charlie, to Garrels. Garrels, has he got someone inboard? Yes, he has. He's got Ollie McInnes. So well done. Good movement by some of the young guns of PAC. And Oliver McInnes, chance to kick his first of the day. Saw him kick a few goals a few weeks ago. Likely type, Ollie McInnes. A little bit of left to right. About 35 metres out. Should put this through. And he comes. Leans back. Straight through the middle. So good goal by McInnes. Well worked by PAC through the middle. And they get around him. So a bit of support down here for some of the travelling PAC fans. Got some around the grounds for us, Pete.
Yes, I do. So Broadview Overwood, it's Broadview 5 goals, 535 to Payneham, 8 goals, 856, just leading there by 21 points. Golden Grove, 11 goals, 1379 to Glenelg, 10 goals, 666, a close one there at Carpers Field. Sacred Heart, 4 goals, 933 to Rochester, 7 goals, 547. St. Peter's, 9 goals, 1064 to Salisbury with 8 goals, 654. So 10 points. So a lot of games determining that top 6 at the moment. Where they're going to finish at the end of the season is all a mystery. We know Port District will remain at the top. Ferns with a good bump there. Fair wasn't late like Lyset's before, and the mark's been taken by Cooper Gaffney. They're telling him to let him up now, as Gaffney will take mark. 25 and a half minutes gone here at Country Living Homes Reserve. Plays on and goes long down the line for Jack Ferns. He just punches it over the line. And when you don't have any options around you, that's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, good. Just reset now. Get it out of bounds. Good call. And it's like Joey Haynes might have moved up the ground a little bit now. Either onto the wing or the half forward line. He might even be doing a bit of ruck work here. So he's up against Short. Mitch Gaffney was there. Sammy Gray tries to poke it off the ground. Mitch Gaffney again. Now Carpenter to Jack Gaffney. Jack Gaffney through the middle. Nice little kick to Rose. Rose has got Jack Ferns on over the top. Good build up here. Tommy Gray's on the lead again. Swings back. Out wide though. Thomas Carter over the back, but chipping in and taking a good mark there. It's like the skipper maybe, Sumner. So Sumner in the middle. Schmidt. Chips it over the top to Garrels. Thought about giving it back to Moore, it was, sorry. Now in forward line, can they get a one over the back? McGowan's there, the siren beats him though. He had Jack Gaffney following him. So into that quarter, saw PAC score 2 goals and Port District got. So PAC scored 3 goals, did they? Or they won
2 goals, 3.
2 goals, 3, sorry, yep. And Port District's kicked 4 goals straight. So the margin, an even 50 points here as we go to 3-quarter time. And PAC, once again, had some little chances there to kick some goals, but Port District's just a bit more efficient up forward line as they have been all day and kicked the 4 straight. So they take a very handy 50-point lead into this break. We'll be back with all the final quarter action after this short break.
Three-quarter time here at Country Living Homes Reserve. It is Port District 12 goals 375 to Prince Alfred 3 goals 725. 50-point lead to the top of the ladder. Undefeated at home, Port District. We're looking to stay up there with a big percentage booster today. Meanwhile, for Prince Alfred, it's a battle for relegation against Payneham Norwood Union, who are leading against Broadview at the moment. So next week those two collide, Prince Alfred and Payneham at Payneham Oval. There's going to be a big match to see who will stay alive in season 2025. The Adelaide Footy League close in the top 6 teams of Division 1 at the moment, with Port District here being the top. The premiers last year against Glenunga, who lost 1 game. And they've shown what they can do in finals, and they're going to have another finals push today. Good mark held on to by Tom Gray right in front of us. We had the best view of it. Tom Gray now inside 50, looking for Scott Lysett. He's kicked 3, wasn't paid the mark, and he's trying to get rid of a defender. He just dropped it. That was Pritchard there for Prince Alfred, and free kick going away of Port District. I think it's going to be taken by Dorizzi. Yeah. He's kicked 3. Could be on his way to a pair of arches if this one goes through, Nathan. So
yes, 4 goals. Good effort if you can kick this, but it's a tough angle from here with that right to... Yeah, so left to right, bro, so he just poke it out in front. Wind might do the work for it, actually.
He's kicked 3. He's given 1 off. He's used the wind, but it's gone to the square. Almost a big mark again.
That was Nash Haynes over the top.
This time Nash Haynes now picked up by Tom Gray around the body, and I think it's behind. It is. Wow. 2 big contenders that have been dropped. But Prince Alfred will now take it from full back, but dangerous as he drops it, but held on to by Will Schmidt. Schmidt now, probably one of their better players, but not one of their better kicks. Ferns almost had a mark, had a few attempts at it, couldn't quite get there in the end, as they can keep going through Singleton. Singleton in the middle to Pritchard. Pritchard now just in the paint of the 50. Couldn't quite hold on to it there. Then we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, so PAC got it down in their end. And they get a bit of respectability on this scoreboard. There's Port Districts through Gould. He's tackled though, going nowhere. Could be pinged here holding the ball. He will be. Umpire says that's worthy of a free kick. So it looks like it's Piper out there. Centering ball. He's got someone in there. No. Good mark. Miller Carter. Solid all day today. Carter. He's going to go out wide. Joey Haynes. Juggles the mark. Front of Garrels. So Haynes just pops it over the top to Jack Gaffney. It's been solid today, Jack. Back to Haynes. Haynes now. He's going to drive a low ball. Beautiful kick to Carpenter. He couldn't take the mark though. So Schmidt's got it. He pumps it in long. Can they take a mark up forward over the back? Gattenby's there. Pressure on him. Ball spills over to Thomas Carter. He's just going to be happy to see it go through for a minor score. 3 goals, 8. 11 scores to 16. And the ball comes into Jack Gaffney. He's over to Joey Haynes. Still racking him up. Kicks out to Nash Haynes. Cleverly gets around 1, gets around 2. That was smart. Now he has a bounce. Says, come at me, I'll put it on your chest. But the ball's over the top of Gray's head. Ducked by Bernardi, did well. Sumner handballs into space. Who's going to run into it? Short couldn't pick it up. Carpenter can. Cooper Gaffney now. Over to Sharrett. He's got one over the top in Matty Rose. Matt Rose, he's got Lysett all on his lonesome, and Lysett just stands there and goes, he's going to handle over the top unselfishly. Dorizio out of midair, sockers it through, did not get good connection on it at all, but just enough of the blue or green boot, white and green boot, through for his 4th. So, Port Districts.
I was going to say, does it look like he's catching it? He went for a volley.
Just did the volley and did not hit it well at all, but trickled through, so 4 for Dorizzi, and Port Districts go on their merry way. Played 4.5 minutes. Back up to 56 points.
You know it's a bit easy when they're volleying it through.
Yes, definitely.
Well, Port District dominant today, as they have been. Tommy Carter's played well on the ruck, replacing Lyset. You think they're just resting him in the ruck position, or so he doesn't get an injury, or do you think he might be a bit?
It could be,
sore?
could be. Yeah, not sure.
Anyway, Matt Rose.
They know they've got a mismatch, I think, as well up there. But yeah,
over the top to Sharrod, who gets it to a teammate. Very close to the boundary line. It stays in play. They can try and keep it in. He's the volley specialist, Dorissi. He's still going for it. He can volley goals through. He can fend blokes off. Gets a handball behind to a teammate. Now they can kick it just in the 50. Here's Tom Gray. Evades one. Looks for an option. Eventually they've got enough time to go back right in the stand. Kickless mode. Ball's back into Joseph Haynes' hands again.
2 quick touches, Joey Haynes there.
3v1. Port District are going to make them pay. Even though they were the one in the contest, Lyset couldn't quite get the handball away, and it falls into an interception for Mitchell Dean, who kicks it to the big man, Hayden Jolly, and Jolly will launch off of halfback.
So Schmidt just nudged under it. Jack Gaffney leads in the race. Can he gather? Yes, he can. Flicks it over to Sharrod. Sharrod back now to Miller Carter. A bit of a grubbler, but Cooper Gaffney's good under his toes. Pick it up from his toes. Sorry now, Benny Gould on the lead. Lyset. That's how you like it. Big Scotty. He won't be disappointed with that. Put the Dukes out in front of Bernardi, and Scotty Lyset now looking to join his teammate Dorizzi with 4 majors. So only played just over 6 minutes in this 4th quarter. And Scotty Lyset lining up for number 4. 30 metres out, pretty much dead in front. And he's hooked it. Once again, just didn't get real good connection. So through for a minor score.
Well, as they retrieve the football into the Monteum sign, it's not been a good day for the Reds. It has been all Port District. The first quarter was close, but then apart from that, it got it to 5 points at one stage, but now that's a game high, 57 points, and there might be more as they can keep going. Hayes just got the kick away after it was slugged out of his hand. It was a bit of an assist, if you don't mind. Handball away, goes and finds Matty Rose, snap around the body, Lyset again! He can take him in the air, he can take him in the chest, he can take it with 2 blokes hanging onto his back. Scotty Lyset, we know he's an experienced campaigner in this sport, playing AFL Premiership Ruckman with West Coast and playing with Port Adelaide. He's kicked 23 before coming into this game. Now he would be on 27 if he kicks this goal. Missed the last opportunity, this time Scotty Lyset for his 27th goal of the season and for his 4th of today. He's been really well. He's played up forward instead of the ruck, and he uses the wind really well. The crowd like it, he likes it, and that's his 4th, and he's been one of their better players today as well.
Certainly has. 4 to Lyset, 4 to Dorizzi, 3 to Gray, 2 to Thomas Carter, and 1 to Sharrod. So gone through some of the better players. I've marked about 10 today at the moment, so I've got to narrow that down, obviously, for the thongs, the best on ground, and then for our other votes, which we will keep disclosed as it's coming to the pointy end of the season. And we'll be keeping that as a surprise to who takes out the player of the year. Ball back in the middle. Shorts in the ruck now with Thomas Carter. Ball over the back. Carpenter's just going to run onto it. Stream through the middle. Low kick to Lyset. Sammy Gray's there. Picks it up beautifully. Gives a little handball off. And it's all clear. Mitchell Gaffney ran onto that. So clever play there by Port Districts. It all happened through the middle with Carpenter. And great take by Sammy Gray in the sandpit. Clever little handball to the running Gaffney. And Mitchell Gaffney gets his first of the day. Port Districts get 2 within 20 seconds. And margin out over 10 goals now.
Yeah, goal kickers here.
11.
Goal kickers here for Port District. Sharrod with 1, Carter with 2, Thomas that is, Dorizzi with 4, Tom Gray with 3, Mitchell Gaffney with 1, and Scotty Lyset with 4. Also 4 prints out for Joe Howard with 1, Oliver McInnes with 1, and Ethan Bold with one as well. As Port District go out to a 70-point lead at the moment, they're looking to make it even worse. But out in the middle, Hayden Jolly now kicks it inside 50. Can he find the teammates? He can. He didn't quite get it cleanly, but onto the chest, but it came off the ground and bounced into his hands. Now the kick, handball goes to Kelly, and Kelly couldn't quite shoot at goal without it being smothered. Port District really well. They haven't had to defend a lot in this quarter, but when they've had to, they've stood up to the occasion. Goes to Carpenter on the outer side. Kenneth Carpenter now. Could he turn it over? The ball's bouncing, doing all sorts of things here in the sandy ground here at Country Living Homes Reserve. Picked up by McGowan for Prince Alfred. Here's Carpenter again. Carpenter, one of the for Sam Gray as a downfield free kick being paid. I think he was decked after he kicked it. Speaking of the man who's got the goals, Lysett, loopy handball, launches it to a teammate in Tom Gray, and Tom Gray's got 4. He joins the 4-goal club along with Doritzi and Lysett. That's 12 goals between 3 players. And I tell you what, Lysett doing the team thing and kick 4 goals to himself. He's been a pretty good player today for them as well.
Yes, it's getting harder and harder to pick these best players and thongs now, Pete. But no, Port Districts, they're so unselfish as well. Scotty Lysett was thinking about handling that before it even marked it. He had Tommy Gray all loose, and there's been a bit of a rubble in defence here this last quarter with a lot of loose players for Port Districts when they go inside 50.
Well, they've hit the ton and they've been very accurate. 16 goals, 5.
Yep, ball back in the middle, short. Taps it down to Jolly. Schmidt now. Kicks it forward, running out was Moore. He couldn't take the mark. No, sorry, it was Gattenby. But a good tackle. He's gone, holding the ball. So, well done, Joey Howard. Gets a lead by Bald. Piper's in front of him. He's going to tap it to him, but ball out of bounds. So, 11, approaching 12 minutes gone in this last quarter. And so far, Port Districts have kicked 4. And PAC yet to register a major. So throw in. Ball out the back. Schmidt again. Does well. High ball though. Mark that if you can. Coming across. Nearly doing that was McGowan. Gattenby though. No, sorry, it's Ball. That's a great kick by Ball. I reckon he's kicked that. Well done, Ethan Ball. That's his second. And a great snap on goal by Ball. One of the young players at PAC. Certainly got some talent, some of the young players. Just depth has been challenged a little bit this year with injuries and some players leaving, but they'll just be wanting to stay in Division 1. I'm sure they'll regroup and be a force again next year as Charlick and McGuinness come back onto the ground and ball back in the middle.
Well, it's 70 points at the moment. Prince Alfred's biggest loss is 75 points versus Ross Trevor in round 12 this season. Port District, the way they're going at the moment, could make it their biggest loss of the year. Spoiled away from Lysett by Bernardi there. Picked up, handballed off. Oh, he just did too much there.
I don't want to be too unselfish there. Mitch Gaffney had a chance to kick his second, but he was going over the top. Missed Tommy Gray, didn't he?
So back underway in the goal square for Prince Alfred now. 71 points down. Hasn't been the best season. Ferns almost with the mark there. Hasn't been the best season for Prince Alfred. It's not going to get any better today. Next week's the biggest game for them. They need to win it, but with a lot of percentage taken off, it might be even tighter than we think. Here, they're 5% or 4% ahead of Haynham at the moment. Here's a man who deserves a goal.
Oh, I think it's through. Joey Haynes has kicked the goal. That's a great goal. Right foot checky.
Well, how about that from Joseph Haynes? He's done well from full back today, kicking out.
Yeah, kicking goals.
But that goal to his name, and he deserves it there. He does, and that's a great kick as well. The checker side or the banana, depending on where you're from.
Yes, correct. So that's their 5th of the quarter. Port Districts, and they're really starting to open this up. And as you say, PAC, they just don't want to lose too much percentage here. But it's looking that way at the moment, isn't it, Pete? They're what was about 4% ahead of Paynham, was it? After Paynham's big loss last week. So Joey Haynes having a run in the middle now. Out wide, Mitchell Gaffney. He's had a good last quarter. On to Ben Gould, been another good player for him. Tommy Gray. Couldn't pick it up. Ferns can. Out wide, Haynes still running. Gives a little handball out wide to Gould. Brings it in, Lysett. He can't take it. Sammy Gray's there. Handballs to Lysett. They're just raffling it. Tommy Gray, well smothered by Jolly. Now PAC Sumner. Handballs out wide. Charlick. Good little kick. Finds Thomas Sells. So PAC under the pump at the moment. Port District's flexing their muscles. Sells goes long. Thomas cut over the back, couldn't mark. Well crumb by Charlick. He's done some good things today. Gattenby. One-on-one up. Baldwin, Modestack. Which way is it going to bounce? Modestack picks it up. Well, couldn't quite. Now gathers. Over to Cooper Gaffney. Gaffney out wide. He's got Matty Rose. Sharrod's on a little lead, but he goes further ahead to Ritzy. Well done by Sumner. Wearing him well. Now Schmidt. To Searles. Now Charlick again. Oh, he's tackled. Great tackle. But he's going to be pinked. He's going to get one across the neck, sorry. And then he just gives a short kick to Hugo Kelly. As we've got some scores around the ground, Pete, please.
Yeah, so it looks like Prince Alfred have to win next week. Paynham up by 34 over Broadview 4. 6 goals 743 to 11.77, sorry. Golden Grove 12 goals 14.86 to Glenunga 11 goals 9.75. Sacred Heart 5 goals 9.39 to Ross Trevor 9 goals 6.60. And in a close game here at St Peter's College Caterer Oval, it is St Peter's 10 goals 12.72 to Salisbury North 11 goals 8.74. 2 points could really shot.
Close game there. And Hugo Kelly, is it going to make the distance? Yes, he's got it. So Kelly gets his first. The vice captain. So that's their first for the quarter, the Reds.
I tell you what, if you're in mutual of this competition, it's been an extremely close one this year.
It's Sacred Heart. If they're going to lose today, so they're in danger now, missing out in the finals.
Yeah, Ross Trevor just playing them, and they're on the same points as well. So if Salisbury North win, it'll make it another close one up there.
Yeah, some more gap between them and Sacred Heart. So, yeah, some interesting games going around the grounds.
Back underway here,
17 and a half gone.
Country Living Homes Reserve. Port District by 71 at the moment, and Ferns just a little bit too aggressive with the hand pass, and that's going to be tapped over the boundary line by Jock Piper. It'll be a boundary throw-in. It's a very good performance from Port District today. There's been a few players that have kicked 4 goals. Doruzzi, Tom Gray and Scott Lysett. Now there's a whistle. It's been a holding free kick going the way of Prince Alfred. So an opportunity to go through the middle of the ground. Jolly held on to it. Could have been easily turned over there, Jolly. Now it just goes a low-driven ball. Almost could have taken the mark there. It was good vision by Hayden Jolly, but couldn't. Is he wrapped up on the ball? I think he is. Hot on the footy. Free kick going the way of Prince Alfred. I'm just trying to spot out who that is. There's been a whistle, I think. Okay, I think it's just calling time. Maybe calling time back on. Can you see who that is there, Nate?
Where are we? Who's got the ball? That's Hugo Kelly. It's got the ball.
Hugo Kelly.
He's looking for his second in a minute or so.
See if he can convert from here. Hugo Kelly. He's missed. To behind for him. And there's been a few behinds today at that. There for Prince Alfred.
So, ball's kicked in now. Looks like Cooper Gaffney's got it. No, it's a right footer, sorry. It's Thomas Carter. How my eyes going there? So, Thomas Carter. Benny Gould. Got a big second half to Joey Haynes. Got a big game. Joey Haynes. Goes long. Ferns will fly. Oh, great mark, Jack Ferns. That is a ripper. Crowd loves it over there on the outer side. So Jack Ferns, he's going to swing around. Scotty Lyson's on the lead, but he just pumps it up high. Good luck. Over the back, Tom Gray flew.
Oh, good tackle.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to ping him for high. Bit unlucky. But Will Schmidt is going to take the free kick. And he's got Piper on out here wide. He's got to go to Piper. So drop Piper. Over the top to Jolly's on. He goes to Joel. Hayden Jolly. He's just going to chip it in short. Back to Schmidt. So Schmidt.
Oh, no.
He's running around in circles. Got himself in a real tangle there. Piper, though, picks it up well. Handballs to McGowan. Out wide now, Pritchard. So they've managed to get out of that momentarily. Pritchard. Goes long. Oh, good mark across there from Schmidt. He's played a great game today, Will Schmidt. He's got Dean on and Jolly. Take your pick, Jolly. Now gives it to the running Dean. Little left foot kick. Nice to Howard. So they've worked it okay here, PAC. Howie's the call. Goes in long. Over the back. Well punched by, looks like Matt Rose maybe. Or was it Gaffney? I think it could be. Quite pick it up. Passanidi even. No, Jack Gaffney. Well punched by Jack Gaffney. So throw in deep in the forward line. Not long to go here. 21.5 minutes gone.
See if Prince Alfred can soften the blow a little bit. Any goal they'll score now will be purely a consolation prize, as they have not been at the races today, and that could be holding the ball. It's be a ball up. 17 goals, 6. You've got to admire the accuracy from Port District, Nathan. They've kicked well in front of goals.
Yeah, certainly have. Important. 17 goals, 6. It's a good day out in front of the sticks.
Especially with that wind as well going in. So we'll have another stoppage.
So a great day out here at Port Districts. As we said, 4 premiership reunions from 1995. Some great interviews earlier on. Check them out on Filming Footy website.
On the body, however, Prince Alfred have a shot on goal, but in fact it was off the goal as...
And we've got a Port Districts top here as well, if you want to have a quick look at that one there. That's the Port Districts Heritage Guernsey that we're playing with today. You've got the 4 teams, all names there from their premiership. Some good sponsors as well, Flinders, Port Holding. We've got Rainwise Pools on the back, Born to Build, Country Living Homes Reserve, obviously major sponsor. So yeah, great Guernsey that the boys are wearing today. As we go back to the footy now, Pritchard looking inboard, but kicking it straight to Jack Gaffney. And he's going to get 25, is he?
I thought it was
or downfield, or maybe 25 in the end.
Maybe 20, yeah. Down here. So they'll keep going for the football here, keep screaming for it. Sherrod's played well today, the skipper. Handball's off to Carpenter. Another one. You can say they've all played well today.
He's played well. Carpenter's been good as well. He keeps on every player that gets it.
This guy with 4 goals. Tom Gray get a handball away to Sam Gray. Don't think there's any relation there. Gray doing some ruck duties. Fern is held on to. Good call, correct call in the end by the umpire.
Yeah.
And Jack Ferns deserves one. Is he going to go for goal, or is he going to try and spot an option up? It says you've got to be on your line, I think. He's
calling him around.
So this gives an opportunity for Port District and Lysett to get to the goal square in case it falls short. And Jack Ferns now with an opportunity from just outside the arc of 50. Time back on by the umpire. Jack Ferns wants to go in short to the ruckman, Scotty Lysett, and he's kicked 4. Opportunity for him to kick 5.
Yeah, I don't like him. I reckon he's the way he's striking him from 35-40, he's only just making the distance. The old legs are a bit weary, but this might test him from 50. But he may prove me wrong. If he does, that'll be 5 for the big Scooter Lycett. Let's see.
Scott Lycett been at full forward today, very close to the man on the mark. The kick wasn't the best off the boot, but he's missed. Look, it looked like it was a bit of a tumble.
It was a bit of a helicopter, dipping helicopter. Ended up probably from 45 out and just missed, so not a bad effort. So Pitt now, Gattenby offered the lead. He's going to go shorter to Jolly. Jolly's been good, second half especially. Just chips it into Pritchard. Jolly was looking to get it back, but that was chopped off by Tommy Gray. So Pritchard, the breeze just picks up again here. A nice little kicking board to Thomas Sells from Pritchard. Now to Jolly, so just working this one through the middle well. A bit of front on contact. Haynes just collected Dean. So Dean wanted to play on, but he's going to have to come back.
That's twice the umpire's called him back.
Yep.
So.
We've been on to that. So
71 points at the moment. Remember, their biggest loss is 75 points. So one more goal to Port District will give Prince Alfred their biggest loss of the year.
Good mark there by Cooper Gaffney. He's just one of their players week in, week out, who gives them plenty from in defence there. A great play, be high up in their best and fairest this year. Gould now. He's been another one that's been a good year. Benny Gould goes over the back now. Picked up by Singleton. Short little kick to McGowan. Will McGowan. Nice kick in board to Schmidt. He's got some runners here. Probably a bit of the fizz has got out of this game now. Ball out wide. That's young Moore, I think. Lachlan Moore. Oh, no, it's not. It's Gattenby, sorry. One of their other young up-and-coming players. So, Paddy Gattenby. Good effort from here, though. Just going to be inside 50. See what it can do. Bringing up a couple of steps. Hits it pretty good. Looks good off the boot. A nice kick by Gattenby. So, well done to PAC. They get their 6th. And Gattenby gets his first of the day. I've only got 5 goal kickers here. Which one have I missed, Pete?
I think you've missed
McInnes. Oh, Ollie McInnes. Yep, that was the one. Saw him kick a goal in front of us here in the third quarter.
Speaking of the goal kickers, I'll just quickly run through them. Lewis Sherrard with 1 for Port District. Thomas Carter with 2, Jordan Dorizzi with 4, Joseph Haynes with 1, Tom Gray with 4, Mitchell Gaffney with 1, Scotty Lycett with 4, Paul Prince Alfred, Hugo Kelly with 1, Joe Howard with 1, Oliver McInnes with 1, Patrick Gattenby with his first just there, and Ethan Bold with 2. Back underway in the middle of the ground here, flying into the ruck now is Christopher Short for Prince Alfred and Thomas Carter for Port District. Carter didn't have the height advantage but won the tap, but it goes straight to William Charlick, and there's the siren, and the only thing that could stop Port District was the siren today. They're the winners today by a big margin in the end, 65 points. Port District 17 goals, 709 to Prince Alfred 6 goals, 844. A massive win to solidify their place on top of the ladder. They will stay there at the end of the round. Other grounds finishing their games now will definitely determine their teams below them. But Port District next week playing Salisbury North at home. That'll be a good game to watch here at Largs Reserve. Meanwhile, for Prince Alfred with Payneham getting the win over Broadview, it's going to be interesting next week to see if they will stay in 8 if they will make it to 8th spot, because they'll be at 9th at the moment. So Prince Alfred go down a position. The next game against Payneham will be the big one for the season to see who stays up. Nathan, how did you see the game today?
Yeah, so obviously Port District's too good in the end. PAC, they showed some good signs. They had got some good young players in their side, and they probably just lacked that transition from defensive 50 through to the forward line, where they just sort of lacked a big target. Short battled hard, but they just couldn't get any real fluency into their forward line, and their goals were hard to come by. They had some chances though. They certainly had little periods of the game where they were on top, but in the end, Port Districts, they had plenty of forward options. We saw Doritzi, Tommy Gray and Scotty Lycett all kick 4, and when that's happening, it's good signs for you coming out and having a good win. And they kick well as well, as you said, Pete. 17 goals 7 on a pretty windy day. That can make all the difference as well. So, but yeah, as we said, they had plenty of good players all over the ground. I've marked about 10 here at the moment. But as you said, there were some good young players. I was really impressed with Will Schmidt for PAC. He was great. McGowan showed a bit. McGuinness and Gattenby are good young little players, and Garrels and Dean. But yeah, some of the old campaigners stood up. Jolly was pretty good at certain times. Bernardi did some good things. Got a good leap on him, and he had some one-on-ones there with big Scotty Lycett, so a good learning curve for him. Tommy Sumner also did some good things in defence, but end of the day, Port Districts, Pete, far too strong, and it's been a huge day for them. Quadruple premiership reunion, and a big win now, and now they're going to continue being on top of the ladder, percentage and a game clear. So as we're just looking at some of the other scores here, a real tight one. St. Peter's up by 1 goal, 28 minutes into the last quarter. So looks like they may hold on, mind you. Salisbury North just going forward, so you'd say there's not much time at all left in that one. And did we see some of the other final scores there, Pete, or not?
Yeah, so around so Payneham won by 41, which will bring him up to, I believe, 8th now. We're not sure how much percentage Prince Alfred would have lost today. I can try and see if it's updated on the ladder, but yeah, today Port District just too strong in the end. They continue their winning ways at home. They haven't lost a game at home. Now they've got Salisbury North next week in their final home game of the season. So 2 games left after this. It's going to be a very interesting one. So yes, Payneham have gained percentage. So Payneham have gained 1%. Prince Alfred have lost 1%. So 2% in it at the moment. So 1.3, whatever you want to call it, percent in it. So at the moment, Prince Alfred dropped to 9th. Payneham will stick in 8th spot.
As Golden Grove have just kicked the goal and levelled it up. So
Salisbury North.
Salisbury North, sorry.
Well, that game could be a draw. It's a draw, I think.
I think the siren's blown. Has it been counted? That's the thing. I think it may have been. It looks like it's a tie. It looks like he's kicked one right on the siren.
Well,
St. Peter's can't believe it. So what does that throw? That gives Port Districts a bit more breathing space, doesn't it? Because they both get 2 points.
Yes.
Golden Grove and St. Peter's.
I think they'll get 1. So Salisbury North will get 1 point instead of the 2. That'll be staying in. They'll be dropping to 5th.
1 point each. Yeah. So. So I'm saying, keep saying Golden Grove. So yeah. So Salisbury North. Yeah. So a left foot snap right on the siren. Would not read about it. So.
And St. Peter's have a draw as well. So the only team behind Port with 2 games to go by 1 game is Golden Grove at the moment. So yeah, look, I think we better wrap things up.
We'll do a little report soon with all the best players and a quick summary. But thanks, Pete. Great day today, and Barney, always good working with you, mate. So it's been a great day here, and we'll catch you all next week for round. What are we up to? 17, 16 next week. 17 next week. Signing off. Thanks, guys. All right. We go flying.